Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Injustice 2. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I think is on a lot of people's minds now that the final DLC characters, well, the ones officially announced at least, for Injustice 2 have been released. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, again, they are officially the final DLC character for this game. And many people are wondering what the future of Injustice 2 is going to be now that the DLC characters are out. And I'm gonna kind of just talk about this and make some speculations. Now, basically, I can only go off of what NRS did with both Injustice 1 and MKXL, or Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat XL got the big update and Fighter Pack 2 on March 2016. And after that, basically until the release of Injustice 2, which was in May 2017, aside from a big patch, there was no official new content for the game. So if you go purely based on that, and we speculate that the new MK game is probably going to be announced at E3 or something, and it's most likely going to come out next year in March to May maybe, it makes sense that the Ninja Turtles would be the final DLC characters because it would give them about a year and a couple of months to just focus on the new game and not really have to put in the time to make a new DLC character for Injustice 2. Because if you think about it, making a DLC character is a lot of work. You have to do the voicing, the models, the animation, the frame data. Later on, you have to do balancing for those characters. So it is a lot of work. And if they are actually focusing on the new game, I think it is very unlikely that they're going to be focusing on also making new characters. Now, I think I can safely say, maybe with 80% certainty, that there's not going to be a new fighter pack with like 3 or 4 characters. I think that's pretty much out of the question. It's just too much work. Maybe I see a very small chance of them bringing in maybe one more character. I don't know who. I think, again, the possibility is not very large. However, I think there is a small possibility that maybe they will bring in one more character, maybe a fan favorite from the first game like Raven or something. But again, the chances of that happening are unlikely. You have to think about it. A lot of fighting games have pretty good lifespans compared to most video games. I mean, you just look at Tekken, Street Fighter V, even Street Fighter 4 with the numbers it brought for 6 years basically. But NRS games are unfortunately a little bit different to most fighting games. They are quote-unquote a little bit more mainstream when you think about it on how the player base behaves and everything. Basically, games come out quickly, the games are easy to pick up, and I'm not knocking the game or anything, but you have to admit there's not a lot of depth to the fighting systems. It's easy to pick up, people play, there's good competitions, some hype moments, an EVO or two, maybe an E-League, and then pretty much a year and a half and a year and maybe 8 months after the release, pretty much most of the casuals have moved on and a new game will get released and the cycle will repeat. I mean, if you look at just like registration numbers for tournaments where Injustice 2 is present, it's a lot smaller than what they were earlier in the year. But again, that is to be expected. It's just how the game is. The game is still being supported throughout 2018. It's still at EVO. I'm not sure if there's going to be an E-League again. Hopefully there will be, because I think it'll still get good viewership and all that. And when you think about that mentality, in that the games have relatively short lifespans, I think it's understandable that they released, how many? Like 9 DLC characters? I don't even know how many. Darkseid, and then the 3 fighter packs. Yeah, like 9 DLC characters. It would be a lot of work to go back and work on another pack. However, again, Injustice 2 is a little bit different to most fighting games because there is a gear system. I think it is possible that we will get some new gear. I would definitely love it if there was new gear in the game, because now that I've been playing the game for a long time, I do see a lot of repetition. I mean, most gear basically has like 6 or 7 looks, and they just have different stats and different names. I think a gear update would really help both the online portion and the offline playing people, because people who like to grind and do multiverse will have something to work for, and people online will have more opportunities to get rewards and customize their characters. I mean, I know that there are some very heavily requested gear pieces like the hood for Green Arrow, so hopefully NRS will add a little gear update. Hopefully for free, but I could see them charge money. I don't know. Hopefully, I think that would actually really help the game. In terms of other stuff, hopefully we are going to be getting legendary multiverses for the DLC characters as well. I mean, I personally don't like the legendary multiverse. It's way too grindy. I mean, I do not have the time at all to put that much time into the game. Some people really like them. And I think just in terms of extending the offline casual playing audience as well, it would really help. Other than that, there's also Premier skins, which once again I find it unlikely that we will get Premier skins. The problem is that NRS insisted that they make Premier skins separate characters, whereas if they kind of focused on two things, making some separate characters, but also making actual skins for the characters. Like I know people love, for example, like Superman from Red Sons, or you know, just like what they did with Injustice 2, actually have costumes for characters, but still keep the same voice lines and everything. I think it would have really helped. Now, I think it would be a little bit weird if they backtracked on that. So, once again, Premier skins, I feel like, are way too much work with the voicing and everything. But you never know. I would love to see some Premier skins. And I would love to see more characters as well. I think the game could really benefit from maybe another stage as well. I mean, they added one stage to MKXL later, so there's always a possibility. What I do know for sure is that in terms of patches, the game will still be supported. We are at least gonna get one more big patch, you know. They will kind of wait with the DLC characters. I mean, the Ninja Turtles and even Enchantress and Atom are incredibly new. I mean, people are still finding stuff with Hellboy and all that. So I think they will wait for the next few offline events and all that. See kind of how the balance is. I mean, some of the Ninja Turtles look strong, but I genuinely don't know. I think Enchantress is very strong, and they will probably have like a big patch, just like they did with MKXL, which actually really changed the game for a better. The last few months of MKXL were some of the best months. If I'm going to be honest with you. It was where the game felt the most balanced, and hopefully the same is going to be true for Injustice. Other than that, I really can't tell. I'm hoping for a new character, but I'm also not going to be holding my breath. So I hope you enjoyed this little Injustice 2 kind of speculation / theory video. If you liked it, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you next time with some more Injustice 2 stuff. Goodbye.